This is Into the Void. Itchy Braids here,
This is Ace.
and we are back with another episode. As you can see,
It's really nice outside. I'm just more taking in the scenery. Jeez.
you know, we're out in nature, observing the trees, getting some breeze.
Yes, sir. You want me to kick it off?
Yeah.
All right. This is it's gonna be a tie-in. All right. So y'all knew the movie with Ice Cube called War of the Worlds just came out. Some people say the ratings are really, really bad. I kind of enjoy it for the information side of it. Now, it's not an action movie, okay? But with that movie comes with a, I'm not going to spoil it, but the surveillance aspect of the movie is one to be very weary about. Where, this guy, I'm only gonna say a little bit, but a guy who sits in a chair can see everything and hack everything at a click of a button. If he just knows barely your name or your address or where your location is, and there's a camera in that vicinity, he can get there.
That sounds like some big brother stuff.
So now to bring to that point right there is that I'm only bringing that up because I just found out that China recently has the smallest camera that is their drones. The smallest drone is a mosquito-like, so it actually behaves like a mosquito. So imagine you're on a camping trip and you're getting attacked or followed by mosquitoes. Now you got to be very cautious and wary of, could it be a drone or there's a mosquito in your house? And they're all, and they flock in like thousands. So just imagine there's no privacy. There's going to be a mosquito in your house that could be a drone.
And to add to that, you know, you never know if the mosquito can bite you physically, you never know what diseases or, you know, what they put in the mosquito.
Honestly, yeah.
And I know the United States, they make a bird, like pigeon robots. Same feathers as a pigeon. Low key, it might be a taxiderm pigeon. I'm not 100% sure, but I've seen them like actual. They look exactly like birds. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference, but they're robots with cameras.
I realize most of the cameras are becoming more and more of a blending in with nature. Because if you kind of notice with Gen Z, we're kind of moving more to the nature aspect of life compared to our the Gen A and the millennials. Because for the simple fact that we're all trying to escape the cycle that we're kind of been put in right now. That's pretty much what I have for it, for the most part. But you have anything?
To add to that, I think the reason like our generation and the younger generations are starting to return back to nature, I think because our needs are met as far as like, you know, we're not in survival mode like our parents may have been or our grandparents. You know, everything's pretty easy now. And with that being said, I just think there is a longing to return back to the source, which is nature. Because if all your needs are met, or if your needs aren't met, you're gonna be thinking about survival before you think about spirituality or comfort. You know, you want to survive.
So I might have to disagree with you. This is gonna be our first disagreement. So my disagreement is that the simple fact that we're kind of fed up with how the system actually is. That we have to overproduce just to sustain basic living. Like, why do we have to pay for water when it was already here before time, honestly? Why do we have to pay for technology that's already been placed upon the world, but it's just been found a way to be monetized? So, like, we got to pay for food. Why can't we grow our own food? And if you notice that a lot of states and laws prohibit you to do certain things like plant your own gardens. Here in the state of Florida, you're there's a law of you can't catch your own rainwater,
Facts.
and you can't own your own seeds in a lot of places. You have to actually get it from the government. I just recently found that out.
Yeah. Heirloom seeds are technically illegal, which heirloom seed is basically any plant that produces seeds. It's illegal. I hear you out on that point. I can. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So like, we may be in like a different survival mode compared to other generations, and you got to think about it. We're like cooped up in a box 24/7. Like you go to work, that's a box.
Mm-hmm.
The walls are bland. You go home. Most houses are still bland because of how they're designed.
Mm-hmm.
And fun fact: do you know the geometry of houses is designed to zap your energy away from you? Have you ever been in your house and you're just tired of just being in your own house? Like you want to go do something?
Yeah, I can say I agree with that. I heard a quote recently. It was saying everything made by God or source is circular, and everything made by man is square. And I started thinking about that, like buildings. Not that I 100% agree with that 100%, but if you really think about it, you know the golden ratio. It's a left facing spiral. Our hair, no matter how straight or kinky your hair is, if you look at it on a microscopic level, it's curls. Like it's spirals, circles, it's blood cells, all types of cells, circles. Like if you look at everything from a microscopic level, it's usually going to break down into circles or a spiral in some form.
That's cool information. I ain't never heard of that.
Buildings are usually square or rectangular, which is man-made. Cars, at least the first cars, they looked like boxes. Now they're starting to get more round, but yeah. Computers, phones, this camera I'm holding, it's a square. Like,
Yeah. I have something. My bad for cutting you off.
no, you're good. I was done.
I have an epiphany. So, it's with AI, okay? I just want to tell you how scary AI has become in the last 3 years. So, about 2022, 23-ish, Chat GPT drops, okay? This is where it was kind of getting good, where they kind of like knocked out the bugs. If you ask it how to rob a bank, it will tell you. So right now, Chat GPT was nice, and AI voices weren't that good. Fast forward to a video I had just watched like yesterday. I watched a NBA commentator, well, not commentator, but somebody like a volunteer, get his entire body scanned and was placed on a live game.
That is crazy.
So he took over a player's like spot and put himself in a live game.
Like it scanned his entire body.
His entire body, with the fit, the clothes that he was wearing, everything, the shirt, the jeans, the shoes, his haircut, the watch that he was wearing. He was put into a live game.
That is actually crazy. I knew about like the facial scanners where they'd scan your face and recreate what your face looked like in the game, but I didn't know it was to that point. Now that is.
And what was crazy? You wanna know how he got scanned into the game?
How?
Or into the live game? A phone. He literally the person walked around him with his phone and circled him. And everything. After that, imagine how easily someone could get framed for a crime. You might have to not trust the CCTVs ever again.
Yeah, because you can recreate, like you said, you can recreate voices now, and it's pretty accurate, you know.
I was getting crazy accurate.
Pictures are extremely easy to recreate. I was using AI the other day, and I imported a picture of myself, and I asked it to remove something, an object. It removed that exact object, and the picture was the same. Like it was the exact same picture. Now it did look a little, you know, you can tell it's AI, but it's only gonna get better.
to bring up to that point, people don't understand how much technology has really evolved. Say in the last 25 years, I would say the last 30, okay? We started off with the brick phones, and throughout like every 5 to 10 years, the phone has gotten smaller. But what's funny, the shape has consistently remained the same, as a rectangle of some sort. It's either been a square, a rectangle. There hasn't been a phone with a different style of shape still. So that was just to bring back the everything man-made has been a square.
On that topic, I wonder what's the next step up from right now. We have phones and computers that are touchscreen. Because personally, I think it's either going to be an implant or like a ring / bracelet that you wear that can just do all those things that a smartphone can do.
We already got the smartwatches, so they're already kind of there.
Yeah.
So the next step has to be like augmented like glasses or something. There are already glasses with cameras attached to it.
They have glasses now that my brother was showing, and I'll put it in the description. There's a pair of glasses that you can look at an object such as a plant and it'll tell you exactly what the plant is.
That's insane.
Yeah, I was thinking about investing in a pair.
I do want to get me a pair, honestly. I had a coworker of mine who had a pair. So besides that, what's crazy about with the internet, I don't like the fact that they're trying to put a lock on the internet. They're trying to pretty much restrict the freedom of the internet. And I'm not a fan of it because the internet was a place that you can go from learning how to do your homework to learning how to make ice cream. You just don't know how you got there, but you was intrigued enough to learn something. Honestly, I stand by it. You don't even need to go to any actual schools. You can learn everything you need to learn from the internet.
Facts. YouTube University, that's my favorite school right there.
There's not a thing that you can't find that someone already on YouTube has made for that specific topic. Sometimes it may be a little too niche, but you're gonna find it. It may be like an older video, and if it's a little too niche and you have the expertise, you can be the person to put the information out. And that's one thing I love about the internet is that, yes, it's the age of information. You know, a lot of it's flooded with some bad information, and some that just missing stuff. But as a community, as all of us that's on this planet or in the world, we can help each other and fill in those blanks. And pretty much share the information that's how we all know everything, because we have the information in our fingertips, in our pockets.
Facts. And just back on the topic of censorship, I would encourage everybody watching to consider investing in books. You know, that is one form of information that they can't really take from you.
Physical media.
Exactly. If it's ever like a what is it called? EMP.
Yeah.
The book is still gonna work. The phone won't, but the book will.
You want to move closer over there?
Oh yeah, sure.
On the topic of physical media, honestly, I think physical media is a little bit cheaper than digital media because you can catch everything on sale compared to we're going to talk about games for the gamers out there. Games are like $80, $70 now. So if you catch it in like physical, the chances of you find that game cheaper are way higher than trying to wait till it goes on sale digitally. Excuse me.
Not just that, you can sell it too. You can't sell a digital copy of a game.
Yep. And on top of that, like say a company who made the game, if they want to like unlist it, you still own the game, like the physical copy, because sometimes they can delist the game and you can't ever get it back.
True.
And then I just saw a lot of games now are putting that in the term of service. So whatever items you buy in said game, they can take it away from you at any moment.
That's actually crazy. Did they give you your money back?
No.
Oh, that's crazy.
The only thing I've seen that they give money back is like, say if a product was designed wrong or wasn't the intended item. I've seen them like return money because people thought it was a specific item, but it was like, that's not how it's supposed to look. So they just gave everybody their money back. But yeah, I found out recently, since school started, there has been a hidden drug for kids called the sleep stickers. And these sleep stickers have been, I don't know if it's nationwide, but a small community has found that teachers been giving these kids stickers with like the sleepy emoji on it, that it has some toxins to put their kids to sleep.
Wow.
And it's been changing these kids' behavior. So there's like some drugs that I don't even know, or that is put in them, but the side effects are kids being crying more, eating less, not pretty much, they just kind of like shut down almost. And then once they get home, they kind of like either amped up in I'm trying not to be a mean person about it, but like a whiny state.
Yeah.
And kids are just been pretty much sleeping all through the day at school, coming home and just being like very on a difficult level. So that's all I had to share with you guys. But we're gonna cut that piece out too.
Okay.
That there's a fruit. There's only 3 true fruits, at least in the citral family, which is the mandarin, pomelo, and citron, and they're pretty much the parents of all citrus plants or fruits. So lemons, limes, oranges, tangerines are all genetically spliced from those 3 fruits. And I just came to find out that lemons, grapefruits, and all things like that were all man-made. So,
and while we're on the topic of plants, this right here. So, this right here is known as Americana beauty berries is what I call them. I forgot the full scientific name, but I'll link it in the bottom of the video. It's like Americana something. Anyways, beauty berries are used to keep mosquitoes away. You can break up the purple berries, if you can see on the camera, or the leaves, and you can crush them up and rub them on your skin, and they work as a mosquito repellent. Just a fun fact, because we're in the forest and we walk past them.
Since we're on the mosquito topic, here's a natural way to get rid of mosquitoes. I would say grab some vanilla extract. Make sure it's the purest form, like the brown variation. Some water and put it in a spray bottle, because mosquitoes do not like vanilla and lavender. Now, if they do bite you and like they have more numbers than you, so what I would do is add a little bit of cinnamon in it, because cinnamon will burn them. So even if they do get the chance to bite you, they're not gonna bite you again. So
the more you know.
Speaking on the mosquito thing, you know what? I'm not gonna talk about it. I already said that about the drones.
I don't know why I thought mosquitoes, because that's more related to the Zika virus, but I saw Ebola's back. What? Not here in the States, but in the Congo. Yeah, Ebola is back.
Isn't like the 3rd or 5th time?
Yeah, it's been
been coming back in waves, man.
Honestly, that's probably the scariest disease I think a person can have. But maybe AIDS might be the worst, but Ebola is I don't know, Ebola is just as bad to me.
I don't even know what Ebola does. I just know it's like a parasitic disease, and I don't know what it attacks.
So the original symptoms or the first symptoms, they're pretty mild. It's regular fever symptoms, chills, headache. But then as the disease progresses, you start like bleeding out of your eyes, constant diarrhea, internal bleeding, non-stop vomiting. Like you literally melt. Like your organs start to melt, and you're conscious and alive, feeling it until you leave the earth. For better words. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because I remember when the virus, the Ebola first dropped, I was not paying attention as a kid, but yeah, no wonder why we are concerned about it.
Yeah, no, that's something you do not want to get, like, at all.
What I found out, what's crazier recently, since we're talking about the disease, like diseases I've been feeling like diseases been coming back. Like, this is my inside joke about it. Like, we're bringing back Windows 95 diseases. Like, diseases that probably been eradicated now are coming back stronger than ever. And we don't have a defense for it because saying we're digging in like ancient like structures or old abandoned forests and stuff, or frozen lakes that have these diseases in it, or their stronger older cousins. So that's one thing that is also terrifying, of that for every discovery that we're making and like old parts of the earth, that we're finding like original diseases that we don't have a counter for.
Yeah, that's I was reading the other day, and I'll link it in the video. I think it was somewhere in the Norwegian area, not 100% sure, but basically it's a cold region where it's ice, and they were digging in the ice and they found a zombie virus.
Oh, I heard of that.
Yeah, so
I heard about the same thing but differently, but not in Norway or Norwegian, but I found in Antarctica they found a stronger version of chlamydia.
Wow. That
if you touch that water, it's pretty much like AIDS on steroids. Like, it's science said it's like 50 times more destructive. So don't clarify, I'm not, but that's what I've read in an article a long time ago. But it's scary to jump into like something of that magnitude. Like, you're just digging, or you're having like say you're in a frozen lake or something, boathouse, whatever. You fall in and you caught like the craziest disease.
It's game over.
Now, I'm not afraid of nature. It's one of those things you gotta be mindful of nature.
Absolutely.
Like, look at that.
This right here is a cactus.
Like, is that a fungus growing on it?
I think so, or mold.
Or is it like, is it that white substance I was talking about? Because it looks like it's been chewed at, and probably add that to the thing. It's even over there.
Well,
like,
yeah,
this whole
it is.
Section.
It is. And just so y'all know what we're talking about, on these cactuses there's this white stuff, and we are not 100% sure what it is. It looks like mold, but I don't know if that's mold. So if you know in the comments, let us know.
I don't know how 100% this is, but I did hear that specific cactuses ooze like a white substance that helps with healing. So it's like a white, like latex almost feeling that you can rub on to cuts and stuff. But that's what I've heard. There's a specific cactus for it. I just don't know the name.
Yeah, if you see a cactus with white stuff on it, don't just rub it on your cuts.
Yeah.
Make sure you know what you're looking for.
We don't know what that was, okay?
At all. So if you know in the comments, let us know.
Feel free. Drop any type of information. And we might actually do research and bring it up onto a topic. And I don't know if we're gonna do like a closing intro, a closing outro, or stuff like that. But don't be afraid to do what your heart contents. Because at the end of the day, you know what? I have a better one.
Words of wisdom right here.
Do what the younger version of yourself wanted to do.
Facts. And mine is, for every action, there is a equivalent reaction. That's the law of alchemy.